एक और टॉपिक जो चलता है वो है सिविल सर्विसेज में जनरलिस्ट वर्सेस एक्सपर्ट्स. एक सेट ऑफ पीपल इनका मानना है कि यू नीड एक्सपर्टीज टू बी एबल टू डिलीवर, स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया लेवल, सीनियर लेवल्स, टू डू पॉलिसी, टू काइंड ऑफ design schemes and so on. There's another segment which believes that that's not the main requirement. You can leverage expertise of others. You need to be a good leader. You need to kind of get work done from others, right, etc. And therefore, expertise is not that critical. Being a generalist, being a good manager, being a good leader is what is more important. I know you also fall in this second category. Again, can you explain why? Because that's a debate, that's an ongoing debate.
This is also very simple. And simple because you can outsource expertise, but you can't outsource attitude. So if you don't have an attitude of a leader, no matter how good an expert you are, you will fail in leadership positions, especially in the IAS, where you acquire leadership positions right from the beginning. When you are a subdivisional magistrate in a subdivision, you are a leader of that subdivision. So what sort of expertise I'm looking at? To my mind, at least, I mean, I have a different opinion with a number of people. What is required is your ability to manage men and women. And then some attributes of a leader. You have to have a vision, you have to be visionary. You have to have courage. You have to have appreciation. You should be able to appreciate, manage that team, give credit to others and take the flak for the loss. You have to trust people. You have to delegate. You have to empower. Now, these are the attributes which you have to cultivate over a period of time and understand the importance thereof. If you want expertise, I can tell you from my personal experience, I had no experience whatsoever in coal, which is a very, very technical subject. I thought I did reasonably well because I did manage to get, a good leader will be able to outsource expertise. Now, when we talk of expertise, what expertise am I talking of? Say, take for example, Finance Secretary, Government of India. Should he be expert in banking, insurance, budgeting? What expertise are we talking about?
You cannot be.
You cannot and you should not. Then you start fighting with an expert. The roles have to be defined clearly. You should create an environment where expertise can flourish. I am not saying that an expert cannot be a leader. What I am trying to say is this debate is useless. You look at private sector, where people who reach the top are not expert in a particular area. They are expert as managing men and women. I mean, how much does this engineering expertise does Ratan Tata use? None. So it is not a question of becoming expert in an area. It is a question of your ability to manage women. And I am very clear in my mind, by bringing this debate of expertise, we are trying to make IAS officers experts and not failing in their duty. So if I were to do things, first, in the selection process itself, I would get potential leaders. There are tools available where you can get them. You have to test the attitude. I mean, they may fail in 20% cases, but at least 80% would be leaders, potential leaders. Then in training, you don't have to train to make them experts. You have to demonstrate, illustrate to them that this sort of an attitude works. How to cultivate those traits, that has to be told. While nurturing these officers, while nurturing them, don't tell them how artificial intelligence has to be used. And don't make them experts in C++. No, they don't have to be. They have to understand how to get that C++ guy, how to get that AI guy, how to give him space, how to give him protection, how to give them the credit, and they will perform for you. I mean, as I keep saying, I did that as coal secretary. I didn't know how coal has to be dug. I didn't need to know the difference between one quality of coal and another quality of coal. It was not needed.
It's the same in every sphere, even the startup world. Any founder that you look at today is not an expert in the area that they are kind of working in or the problem that they're trying to solve.
There I would say something. When you start your career, you have to learn so many things.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, you have to go into the details of everything. But as you go up the ladder, there more and more your leadership skills. Your expertise may be required in a particular segment that you're working to begin with. But as you go up the ladder, I think attitude matters much more than expertise.
And it's not just about selection and training. It's also after that, the mentoring process. Nurturing, that's the thing, nurturing. That's some would argue, and I also sometimes feel not enough happening in
not
in
enough.
this
No,
services.
it is not happening. No, not enough.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Unfortunately, I have come to this conclusion that at least the IAS does not have an ethos of its own. Every individual on his own. And that is where I compliment Mr. Modi for getting the secretaries together. He's trying to break those, silos that are there. And I was part of some of this exercise. Phenomenal. Interacting with others. The whole idea of getting the IAS was that you should pick up the phone, talk to your colleague there and get things moving. Now, if I build my own walls, then what is the purpose of having the IAS? The IAS was that you are colleagues. So what I may be wrong, but my view is that at a personal level, our connect is very good with IAS. But when it comes to professional connect, I think we have our own empires. And that's where the problem is. And that's what the Prime Minister was trying to do. Get
break
these
the
people
silos
together, break the silos. That's the advantage of the IAS. There again, expertise doesn't help. Your attitude to get people along, to work along with people, to work as a team. What has that to do with expertise in the traditional sense?
Yeah, and that's happening, continues to happen even now. There's Chintan Shivir, different topics, different people coming together, brainstorming happening, almost like it happens in the private sector. Very similar things are happening.